Trekkies, lend me your ears. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some more news from Star Trek Discovery, scheduled to air in May of this year. Filming will begin in January. So, as the discussion has revolved around Star Trek Discovery airing on CBS All Access, this has prompted CBS Interactive CEO Jim Lanzone to mention that the showrunners of Star Trek Discovery could now go in many directions, as they don't have to go in the narrow direction of FCC rules. So that opens up quite a can of worms, guys. You know, this has moved many to form the conclusion we'll see nude aliens and a lot of 300 years into the future swearing. So, with the direction a lot of subscription services have taken in the science fiction and fantasy genre, this comes as no surprise to me. Netflix had Jessica Jones, which took a pretty dark first season turn on a superhero basically coping as a victim of rape. We've had Westworld on HBO, a science fiction drama that's featured just tons of nudity and orgies. We've had Game of Thrones, that was just only known for a time for its interesting nudity, which was continual through season 1, as well as a ton of swearing. So I have no doubt with this in CBS All Access arsenal, they will no doubt use it. So I don't know if we'll see some new Klingons or green aliens. However, I do feel that CBS All Access will exploit this to create a larger buzz around their production. Although they have the Star Trek fan base from 50 years in the making, I do believe they will now, with that ability, go for the controversy to make the show even more popular. And this can be a powerful weapon, a full-ton torpedo, if you will. So, being a Trekkie, it doesn't matter what Star Trek does or airs. I will tune in, and I'm sure they are dependent on that. However, I wasn't really a Battlestar Galactica fan, but when they did the remake of it in 2003, it featured a more dramatic take on it, severely different from the original 1970s Battlestar Galactica. You had basically a crew fraternizing with other crew members and participating in sexual relationships whilst on the ship. You had as close to cursing as you can get with the term, "what the frack." So this was a completely different spin on the Battlestar Galactica franchise from the 1970s. It was more dramatic, geared toward the human psychological approach. However, it worked, and it worked well. So I think this is not only a good move, however, it's probably the only move that CBS All Access will have in order to convince the fan base and potential ones that, hey, we should be paying for this premium service. That is worth it. Like Game of Thrones or Westworld or any other gigantic successful television series that took that route. Also, with the not so impressive teaser trailer, I guess it kind of makes sense now that they haven't even began to film until January. So now that they are filming, maybe we will get some previews of some real quality trailers. So guys, Trekkies, tell me what you think. Will this inspire you to move to get CBS All Access? Or do you feel pretty much the same, that it should just air on regular TV? Comment below, let us know how you feel. And if you like content like this, make sure you like and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more information as it becomes available. Take care, guys.